What's up, guys? This is Maxwell Comics Inc. I'm your host, Sir Maxwell, and today we're going to be talking about the Netflix show Defenders. I stayed up, I watched it, I binged it, I loved it, but it wasn't the best, but it wasn't bad either. It's like kind of it's like candy. Defenders is like candy that's like you eat it so fast that you don't really take it in. So in the first four episodes were not really Defendery. It really kind of build up. And the last four episodes were the meat and defender stuff happened. But that famous hallway scene from the from the trailers was in episode four. But cause a lot of high level reviewers, Emergency Awesome, Beyond the Trailer, etc., got to watch the first four episodes before anyone else, and they kind of talked about it vaguely, not really spoilery, but they were kind of excited for what's to come, because I can see why they divided up like that. Because like if you would, I watched the first four episodes too, and I watched the rest of it obviously. But when you watch the first four episodes, it kind of feels like, oh, okay, so when is the Defenders part gonna start? And then when they give you the Defenders at the end, and you're like, oh, let me finish this. But yeah, basically everyone's fighting. The five fingers of the hand have come together, and it's basically up to the Defenders to stop them. So the rest of the villains from who left behind from Iron Fist team up with all the members of the hand, and Jessica Jones gets involved because she's chasing down a case. Luke Cage gets involved because he's trying to help this kid from the hood get his life on track. And Iron Fist is obviously there because it's the hand. He's wanted to defeat the hand, and Daredevil's there because he was with Jessica Jones. I love the character interactions. I love Luke Cage talking to Jessica Jones and Matt Murdock and everyone. I just love how they interact. I love how they think she's crazy in the beginning, even though they live in a world with Thor and Captain America and they live in this world, crazy world. They still don't believe in stuff like the hand and magical, mystical Iron Fist. And speaking of Iron Fist, I was kind of getting Kunlun and Kamatage, and maybe they're similar. Maybe they're neighbors or something. I don't know. But yeah, maybe he's really Doctor Strange. I don't know. Yeah. As far as the villains, the hand were the hand, and they weren't that interesting. So anyway, Weaver's character was not that threatening. She just wasn't. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of boring. I don't know. The villains, they didn't show any unity. They were all kind of bickering. It's kind of they didn't really have any loyalty to anyone. I don't know. They didn't really seem like an organization that had been around for thousands of years, like Danny Rand said. But yeah. Turn my fan on because it's really hot in here. Yeah, but that's pretty much what it was. They kind of took down the hand, literally. They dismantled it, and like I said, I like the character interactions. The villains were kind of blah. Would I recommend the show? Yeah, it's not as boring as Iron Fist. Iron Fist was unbearable. Luke Cage kind of lagged, but it really picked up at the end. Jessica Jones was a good time all the way through. I had not watched Daredevil, so I can't comment on Daredevil. But yeah, so it's like the hand, they come back, and they brought Elektra back, and that's, trouble from Matt Murdock, and that's kind of what ties him down, and, the hand tried to go Jessica Jones' client, so that's why because she's one of those people who was like, I'm going all in for my client, Luke Cage, trying to help him, and of course, they basically, it just feels like they're all helping Danny Rand at the end. It feels like it's really Iron Fist. It's like, kind of like, oh, we know you didn't watch Iron Fist because it was boring AF, so, this is going to be an Iron Fist story, and, the rest of the three are going to be his backup. They're kind of his muscle, but, yeah. Supporting characters, Luke Cage's girlfriend, who was in all the other shows, she didn't really do much, just like she did in the other ones. Iron Fist's girlfriend, girl with the swords, she was really boring. She was really memorable. She was more compelling, I think, in, Iron Fist, and I guess she was a member of the Hand or something. Turns out maybe that might have made her more interesting. I don't know. She's a member of the Hand, and she has to face off with her old master. Yeah, so eventually what the hand wants. They kind of just want to live forever. But I think there are like other ways you can do that. I don't know, maybe. But they want this serum that's kind of under New York, and they take it from this big dinosaur thingy. I guess it would like destroy New York. So yeah, but I feel like the story was a little bit. It was too big, but it was too small. Like I feel like the Hand is this huge corrupt organization that could take down literally all of New York, not Harlem, not Hell's Kitchen, New York in its entirety. So this kind of seems like an Avenger-y thing. Like maybe the Avengers should handle it, or Spider-Man, somebody in the big MCU should deal with it. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. the, like when he said the four of you the only things or something, I was like, hold up, what about the Agents of Shield? What about the Avengers? What about I don't know? Yeah, them. That's kind of weird. Tony Stark. No one's watching that. No one's watching that. I don't know. Because the Avengers are all scattered right now. I don't really know, but I really doubt it was just the four of them, or like if it was some big. I don't know. As a villain, they seem too small under the radar. Like nobody else came across them but these four defenders. I don't really know. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. The first season was good. I'd watch the second one. I finished this first one, so it's kind of blurry. But yeah, this review's not really interesting. I cut it off. Sorry, just gonna ask some questions. But yeah, it's kind of it got three stars, and I really think it deserves 3 stars. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't terrible either. As Jeremy Johns would say, it's a good time, no alcohol required if you're a big comic book fan. But if you're like a regular person and you just want to watch the finish just to see what the hype is all about, you won't really get the hype. You have to be a real comic book fan, or you'll have to gotten really invested in the other shows. But I don't know. That's pretty much all I have to say. Defenders is an okay time. I'd recommend you watch it. I'm not gonna get too spoiler heavy. I mean, I guess you know what the main points of it, but yeah, that's kind of Defenders. Anyway, this is Maxwell Comics Inc. I'm your host, Maxwell. May the power protect you. Bye.